Are you struggling to decide between an IVA and a debt management plan? Then this video is exactly what you need. We're all familiar with the pinch of financial strain, and when debts start to feel like a mountain you cannot climb, solutions like an individual voluntary arrangement or IVA and a debt management plan or DMP can offer a lifeline. But how do you choose between the two? An IVA is a formal agreement with your creditors that allows you to make affordable payments over a set period, typically 5 to 6 years. A DMP, on the other hand, is an informal agreement that lets you pay back your debt in monthly installments. Each has its own set of benefits and drawbacks. Today, we will dive deep into the world of IVAs and DMPs, helping you navigate these financial tools and choose the one that's right for you. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Today, we will dive deep into the world of IVAs and DMPs. First, let's understand what an IVA is. IVA stands for Individual Voluntary Arrangement, and it's a debt solution that you can use if you are unable to repay your debts. It's a formal agreement between you and your creditors, which means it's legally binding. This isn't a casual promise or a handshake deal. It's a contract recognized by law. So, what does this contract entail? Well, you agree to pay a certain amount of your debt to your creditors over a set period of time. The amount you pay is determined by what you can afford, and it's fixed, meaning it doesn't change from month to month. This can provide some stability in a situation that often feels anything but stable. Now, you may be wondering who oversees this process. This is where the insolvency practitioner comes in. An insolvency practitioner, or IP for short, is a professional who manages your IVA. They'll work out the terms of your agreement, communicate with your creditors, and ensure you're sticking to the plan. Here's the thing about IVAs. They're not a quick fix. They typically last for 5 to 6 years. That's a long time, but remember, this is about finding a realistic and manageable way to deal with your debt, not avoiding it or wishing it away. At the end of an IVA, the remaining debt may be written off. This means that, even though you may not have repaid your debt in full, you won't have to continue making payments. Your debt is considered settled, and you can start fresh. But what about a DMP? Now, let's shift our focus to debt management plans. Imagine you're on a journey, a financial journey, and you're carrying a heavy load. That load is debt. Along your path, you come across a guide. This guide, known as a debt management plan operator, offers to help you manage your load, making your journey a tad bit easier. This, in essence, is what a debt management plan, or DMP, is all about. A DMP is an informal arrangement, a kind of pact between you and your creditors. It's like shaking hands over a deal without any legal bindings attached. It's a commitment to pay back all your debt, but in a way that's manageable for you. This method is particularly helpful for those who can't make the minimum payments on their debts, but still have some money left over each month. The role of a debt management plan operator is crucial in this arrangement. They act like a mediator, a bridge between you and your creditors. They negotiate on your behalf, aiming to reduce or freeze interest and charges on your debts. They're the ones who help you create a realistic budget based on your income and living costs, and then distribute your payments to your creditors. One of the key features of a DMP is its flexibility. Unlike a strict gym schedule or a rigid diet plan, a DMP can adapt to your changing circumstances. If your income decreases or your costs go up, your DMP can adjust. It's a plan that evolves with you, ensuring you're never overwhelmed by your commitments. But remember, flexibility also means that DMPs often take longer to repay the full debt. It's not a quick fix, but rather a long-term solution. And while it can make your journey easier, it doesn't make the debt disappear. It's like a trek up a mountain. The path is long and winding, but with each step, you're closer to the top. DMPs often take longer to repay the full debt. So how do these two compare? We've got a basic understanding of both IVA and DMP. Now, it's time for a head-to-head comparison. When it comes to managing debt, both Individual Voluntary Arrangement, or IVA, and Debt Management Plan, or DMP, offer unique strategies. Each has its own set of advantages and potential pitfalls, and the best choice for you largely comes down to your personal financial circumstances and goals. Let's start with the impact on your credit rating. Both an IVA and a DMP will affect your credit score. An IVA will stay on your credit file for 6 years from the date it starts, which can make obtaining credit more challenging during this period. A DMP, on the other hand, isn't recorded on your credit file in the same way, but missed payments and defaults, which often lead to a DMP, will indeed show up on your credit report. The impact of a DMP on your credit score can vary significantly based on your individual circumstances and how your creditors report your account status to credit reference agencies. Now let's delve into the legal protection for assets. An IVA offers legal protection to your assets, which means your creditors can't take action to recover their debts while the IVA is in place. This is a significant advantage if you're a homeowner or have other valuable assets. On the contrary, a DMP does not offer this kind of legal protection. Your creditors can still take action to recover their debts, which could include applying for a county court judgment or even forcing your bankruptcy. Lastly, let's look at the fees associated with each. Both IVAs and DMPs may come with fees. For an IVA, you'll typically pay a setup fee and a handling fee to the insolvency practitioner managing your agreement. With a DMP, fees can vary. Some providers charge a fee for their services, while others offer a free DMP. It's crucial to understand the cost structure before you commit to a plan. In conclusion, both IVA and DMP offer different approaches to managing debt. An IVA is a formal, legally binding agreement with fixed payments and legal protection for your assets, but it can impact your credit rating for 6 years. A DMP is a flexible, informal agreement that can be adapted to your circumstances, but it doesn't offer legal protection for your assets, and it may affect your credit rating based on how your creditors report your payment history. Both IVA and DMP have their pros and cons. It all boils down to your personal circumstances and financial goals. So, what have we learned today about IVAs and DMPs? Well, let's recap. Individual voluntary arrangements, or IVAs, and debt management plans, otherwise known as DMPs, are two different types of debt solutions. An IVA is a formal, legally binding agreement between you and your creditors, supervised by an insolvency practitioner. It involves making affordable payments over a set period of time, typically 5 to 6 years, and at the end of this period, the remaining debt may be written off. On the other hand, a DMP is an informal agreement to pay back all debt in monthly installments. Managed by a debt management plan operator, a DMP offers more flexible repayment terms, although it often takes longer to repay the full debt. Both of these debt solutions can impact your credit ratings and may come with associated fees. However, it's worth noting that IVAs offer legal protection for your assets, while DMPs do not. So, when it comes to the question of IVA versus DMP, the right choice depends on your unique situation. It's all about weighing the pros and cons. An IVA might be the better option if you're looking for a solution that offers legal protection and the possibility of having some debt written off. However, if flexibility is a top priority for you, a DMP could be the way to go. Remember, it's always best to seek expert advice when choosing a debt solution. We hope this video has given you a clearer picture of IVAs and DMPs. Thank you for watching until the end. Your support truly means a great deal to us. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to share them in the comments section. Additionally, if you enjoyed the content, please give the video a thumbs up. Click the like button. This sends a signal to YouTube that there's interest in this video, helping it reach a wider audience. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on managing your debt. Thanks once more and stay tuned for more exciting content.